Welcome back, everyone, to another installment of An Expert's Guide to Path of Exile. Um, First things first, most importantly, you'll notice that I have changed my outfit to something a little bit different than what we had before. The original cosmetic setup we had is tough to beat, but this new one is also pretty nice. See, I switched up my body armor. I got a shield with candles on it. This man with the cap is kind of in the way, so let's go over here now. I got some frog helping me now to replace baby Jesus. So it's nice, it's good. The stuff matches well. I'm not sure if it's as good as the last one, but it's definitely a contender in any fashion show that they might have on the continent. So let's continue our journey. We're going to go back to the prison. Now we're looking for Brutus. He's the guy who runs the jail. So we don't know, first playthrough, now I know, I played the game before, but you don't know, if you're a new player, what kind of guy Brutus is. So he runs a prison. It would be wrong to make any presumptions about his personality, his values, how reasonable he is. So the first step is you give someone the benefit of the doubt. You're charitable. We assume that we can talk to him and he'll see reason and let us through. That's all we need. Okay, so we found the upper prison. That's nice. We don't need to hurt the guy, even though the mission we've been given by the people in town is to kill him. That seems a bit extreme, right? In this game, there's no need to kill something unless it's absolutely necessary. So our first goal is to talk to him, try to get Brutus to see reason, speak to him as one professional to another warden, another professional, and see if he just lets us through. If not, then, okay, maybe we have to incentivize him with a payment of some kind, or food, or some kind of favor, I know not what. If so, that's fine too. Oh, here's a guy named Sawbones. Actually, one odd thing about the prison is that the doors do not seem to be secured. So quite a few of the prisoners are walking freely throughout the premises. Again, I assume nothing about the quality of work done by the warden and his team, but one has doubts. Okay, so we head up here. We're looking for another exit. Again, it can be anywhere, impossible to predict. Remember, as that wise man said, who appears on every message board for any action RPG, RNG is RNG. So that's some true wisdom, and that really describes the situation here. You have no idea where the exit's going to be. It's random. And random things are, in fact, random, which is sometimes it's easy to forget, but thanks to that one person we know. So right over here, and it might be down here. This looks promising. Again, kill the prisoners. We're going to reason with the warden, but obviously there's no reasoning with these guys. If they had stayed in their cells, that would be one thing. Respect for law is okay. We would then respect your life, but clearly they have no respect for such things. So it's permitted to kill them. All right, let's head over here. All right, taking out some guys. We gained another level, very useful. Take out them. Whoop, they froze me. Which, getting frozen in this game, not really a big deal, but it can be slightly annoying at times, but you're very unlikely to die from being frozen. If you think about it, it makes sense. You're encased in ice. That slows you down and prevents you from attacking or escaping, but at the same time, it gives you that barrier, that physical barrier of the ice, harder to pierce through. So while you're frozen, you tend to be well protected, and that's why it's unlikely that you would actually perish while in that state. Let's see here. Okay, I finally see the exit. It is up this way. Now there is something called the trials that you can find the first one in this area. We didn't come across it, but it's not going to be relevant till later, so we're going to have to come back at a later point, find it, to pass this small challenge in order to ascend our character, but that's pretty far down the line. All right, so we've made it. We're getting close to the Warden. The bloodstains are not a good omen.
I recognize that
Oh.
face. Grand Arena, Theopolis. I've a future in mind that I think would suit you, duelist.
Right, so this is somebody that we know, apparently. She runs away. We can't immediately chase her because we have to go around, and we have to fight this essence because you never pass these up. Very useful. So you'll notice I did update my character appearance in lots of ways, but I did not change the character effect, so that circular fire that I have underneath. This is widely agreed to be one of the best character effects that you can get in the game. It came from the Harbinger League, or as some people call it, the Harbinger League. Either way, both are acceptable. This is some beautiful artwork that you could only get in that league. As far as I know, there's no way to get this anymore. This was years ago, and I just think it's so cool. I mean, look at it. It's so nice that it's hard to take it off, even for the sake of trying something new. So I find myself always keeping it on. You probably will too, but maybe some people will want to switch things up. That's fine. All right. So it's been a while since I played this part, but I am fairly sure that the Warden is in the next room. So you walk through all these empty chambers. His office is in the next area. We're going to have to find an exit to that, and then we will fight him. So you follow the blood. That's usually good advice. Always kill barrels. Okay, so no need to worry about anything at this stage. I said, oh God, he's out of his office. Okay. All right. Jeez. All right. Okay, see. All right, so you try and talk. You give him a chance. Okay, he doesn't want to talk. And he doesn't want to bargain either. Okay, sometimes if you run around, again, it's RNG, right? So he might surrender, but it doesn't look like it's happening this time. So we're going to have to kill him, right? His choice, basically. So, all right, we get in there and we cleave some stuff. Oh boy, he hits us with spikes, but we're over leveled, so we're mostly okay. You cleave. Whoop. Drop a totem to help you fight the guy. Whoop. Life when you need it. Mana when you need it. Cleave. Oh, and he's gone.
Skill beats size every time.
Yeah, so it's a bit sad. He didn't want to reason, didn't want to talk, but that's his choice. So this is his chambers. He was supposed to be in this office, but sometimes he glitches out and ends up a little early. But that's okay. We didn't struggle with that. So you can see now, we're about to go out to Prisoner's Gate. We're getting pretty close to the end of Act 1. I am going to identify this rare rustic sash, which is a nice belt. Pretty decent stats for this stage. I'm going to replace my magic belt with the one with better stats there. And this axe could be good. We'll check it when we get back to town. All right, so enter Prisoner's Gate. Unfortunately, you can't travel backwards, so they won't let you back through to fight Brutus again. If you want to farm him, you would have to go back to an earlier waypoint in the prison. So you can't take advantage of a close waypoint to a boss, unfortunately. All right, so here we're going to be attacked by a bunch of wolves or something. And remember, we're chasing that person that we knew, that we saw in the prison. The player doesn't know yet who she is, but her name is Piety. And she was a former friend of the player character back at the place that they both came from, this town on an island. So the island is called Oriath, I think. Not too sure. Like, lore experts can correct me if I'm wrong. But the duelist that you're playing as, this character, and Piety, they were friends back when they lived there. Both were exiled to the mainland, which is where we are now. Their boat on the way, as we said before, the details are a bit murky, but we do know that it was attacked by a large marine mammal of some type. We don't know what species. But because of that, many of the people on the boat either died or got separated, washed up on shore. We ended up on the beach. Piety, we're not sure where she ended up exactly, but she's eventually in the prison, and that's where we find her. So we're going to go up this way. And, oh geez, there's some blue dogs here. Okay, drop the totem. Maybe we can... Okay. So if you go a different way in this zone, so I'm going the correct way, as it happens, I guessed right. But if you go another way, you will find an exit, and your friend Piety will be there. And it's not exactly clear why. She's embarrassed or feeling competitive or something like that, but she won't let you through that exit. So she actually blocks it with a certain kind of magic. Namely a wall of spikes that we cannot climb over. So we're forced to find another way around to get to the forest of the next act. And we're going to have to go underground to do that, as usual. So, here's a little mini-boss. His name is Burning Menace. And you don't have to fight him. You can skip. But, again, if you've done your job leveling at the ledge, as every player should, probably even longer than I did, you will have no problem taking it down. Alright, so we're still looking for the exit here. So I think it's a cave. Again, it's totally random where the exit is going to be on any randomly procedurally generated map. So you really have to check every corner. Sometimes you get lucky and just find what you're looking for right away, but usually not, right? Usually you're not going to be that lucky. But that's okay, because on the way we can fight guys, gain experience, and also gain experience points for our character. Okay, so we take that. We open a chest. And the part coming up is a bit scary, so that's just a bit of a warning. We're going to end up on another coastline, and I'll just come out and say it's haunted. Yeah, so there are ghosts there. So fair warning. Okay. So you can see when I hit my Quicksilver Flask, my guy runs faster. And we made it to the ship graveyard, so we go here. We activate the waypoint. All right. Take that guy down. And let's travel back to town at this point. It's a good time for a break. We'll talk to Nessa. Yep, she talks about what's coming up. See, she's selling more skill gems now, so you can look through those and buy any if you want. Let's go talk to Tarkley, who has a gem for us as a reward. And at this point, I recommend taking Leap Slam as a movement skill. So it'll help us get around more easily. Let's identify that axe. So 17 to 32 damage. This is 10 to 15. So this is a much better weapon. Let's equip that. I have to remove the gems from this one. Let's check out this helmet. It's rare. Sure, we'll replace our other helmet with that. Let's sell some stuff to make room. And we don't need a quiver. Okay. large mana flask. I already have 2 of those, so I don't really need another one. I do have an essence that I can use at some point. Let's resocket some of our gems. What's important? So I wanted War Banner on my guy. Steel Skin would be useful. I don't currently have. Let's see if anyone's selling gloves. That will be a better fit for our current build. Yeah, so Tarklee's got these gloves, Iron Gauntlets. I'm going to buy those and slap an essence on them. So this one will give, again, energy shield to armor. Doesn't really help me, but you're just using it to make the item rare. We got some life, not too bad. We will replace those magic gloves. Sell those. All right, so let's put our Leap Slam in here, our Steel Skin in here. And we got War Banner there, Blood and Sand. So I'm going to take my totem out for now, just because we don't have a convenient spot to put them. I'm going to put it on the backhand, and then we'll come back later. So I'll just step outside of the coast real quick to demonstrate this Leap Slam that we picked up. Still have Cleave as our main skill. We still have 2 buffs, War Banner and Blood and Sand. We've replaced Dash now with Leap Slam. And I recommend putting that on Always Attack Without Moving. And you can see that allows us to jump over things and move a little faster. Okay, so last thing we're going to do is use up our skill points. So again, I've switched to using a shield so I can take advantage of these shield nodes. This one gives you some chance to block defenses and damage. So that's a useful one. If you're using a shield, we're going to take it. And now we have to make some decisions where we want to go. I'm going to continue heading over to the left here. So I'm going to take this one. It's just a strength travel node. But eventually we're going to get over here. We have some block here. You could go up this way for some life, which we will eventually want to do. And over this way for some more life and some melee attack damage, for example, here. So our general movement is going to be in this direction for our one-handed shield-bearing duelist. So we're no longer jewel-wielding. We are mono-wielding and doing pretty well. So, okay, that's it for this time. Next time we will pick up. We will push into the ship graveyard, steel yourself for that, and eventually move on to Act 2. We're getting pretty close. We're moving pretty fast. Hope you learned something. See you next time.